Breaking news coming out today, January the 21st, 2025, as we're hearing that Trump, he has announced up to $500 billion just moments ago in the private sector AI infrastructure investment for the United States. U.S. AI is going to be coming out, and they're saying this is the future, and what they have shared about this is incredible. Take a look at this. They're saying they're going to be able to cure cancer, identify cancer, do all sorts of things. They're saying this is going to change the world with what they're about to unveil. Now, it says, I just Googled this very quickly, artificial intelligence technology. They're saying it can identify people more likely to have lung cancer based on DNA fragment patterns in their blood. And what we're hearing from this announcement that came out is they're saying, yes, we're going to be using AI to determine various things that are in your blood, in the body, all sorts of technologies. They're going to be able to cure cancer. And they said your specific cancer, we're going to be able to have you a vaccine or a remedy within 48 hours. So a lot of the stuff that they're saying they're going to be able to do, that they are proposing with this, they're saying it is going to shake up the world. Now, in addition to that, take a look at this. Donald Trump, in his announcement of the $500 billion Stargate AI project, he also had Sam Altman, Larry Ellison, and he also had Mr. Sun here, who is going to be investing $500 billion. The initial investment was going to be $100 billion for an advancement data center. It is set to climb as the world's biggest tech investor, including Sam Altman, Larry Ellison. They get involved. I'm going to share with you the clip on this, but they're saying this is about to change everything, the world. They're about to usher in AI in a way that we have never seen before. They're saying it is going to be huge. And take a look. ChatGPT maker, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, he said that my kid is never going to grow up being smarter than AI. He is saying that what they are about to do with it is going to change everything. The world as we know it is about to be altered with AI and with what they are about to do with Stargate. So they said that they're going to be doing some incredible things as they harness the technology of the world, usher this in to have one of the most impactful, powerful AIs of all time. So they're saying this is going to be huge. Now, in addition to that, let me go ahead and share with you guys all the stuff that's going on. So also, Trump announces Stargate, Texas-based investment combined with AI heavyweights. I'm going to be sharing that with you. Also, take a look at this. Donald Trump says that he is going to be purging over 1,000 Biden administration officials. This coming out today, as I shared with you on the last live stream. He is saying you are fired to over 1,000 Biden officials. He is telling them it's time to pack your bags and get out. In addition to that, also, we discussed this a little bit. Trump says ICE, they can arrest people at churches, at schools, directs the agencies to use common sense, but he says it's time for those that have entered in here illegally, that don't belong here, that have been committing crimes, get them out. He is saying get them out now. So a lot going on today, the second day of the Trump administration, January the 21st, 2025. And this is a huge announcement coming out as they're saying that the world is about to change with a U.S.-based AI called Stargate that has just been announced. So big, huge news. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, I see Michael Gale mentioning that the hostages are not being released. Let me know what you're talking about. Which hostages are you referring to? I'll go ahead and take a look because I know that there is a lot going on right now. Are you talking about in the Middle East, or are you talking about from January 6th? I'm assuming those are the ones that you're talking about. Let me know in the comments. But while we're looking into that, because I know there's a lot going on, I'm going to get you caught up on the Stargate AI that they're saying is going to be changing the world as we know it. And they're pouring in hundreds of billions of dollars, 500 billion, $500 billion to be exact, with what is going to be coming here. Now, if you appreciate the updates, like I said, this is breaking news coming out just in the past moments. In fact, I think the interview still might be going on at the announcement at this moment. They're taking questions, but I'm going to share with you a clip that just came out on this. They're announcing Stargate, Sam Altman, all these individuals that are going to be involved, and they're saying there's going to be a lot of changes to humanity. They're saying this is huge, that are about to unfold, that we are about to see start taking place here with the use of AI. So this coming out today, January 21st, 2025. Now, if you appreciate the breaking news updates, keeping you up to speed on everything, do me a favor, take a quick second, hit that like button for me, help spread this out further so more people can get the latest updates. Also, subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. Why not? And also, thank you for the super chat, RPM Live Agency, for the $5 super chat. Those super chats really do help spread this out across the platform as well. Thank you so much for that. And in addition to that, if you'd like to read more of these articles, they're going to be linked down in the description below. I cite all the sources, put it on the screen, read right from it so that way you can see it for yourself and you can know that this is the latest information. So let me go ahead and get you caught up. I see people saying it's the J6ers in DC. They are not being released. So thank you for letting me know that. I will go ahead and take a look at that, see if I can get some more information as to what is going on and let you guys know what is taking place. But last I heard yesterday, he signed an executive order announcing that there was going to be 1,500 people that were released out of, I think, roughly the 1,600. So we will see. I will keep you up to date. I'll take a look in that. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. Also, if you have information and you want to get a hold of me and give me updates as to what's going on, there's a lot of people that are letting me know what's taking place all the time. I appreciate that a ton. Sometimes I find out and I'm able to report on stuff before the mainstream news media outlets, and a lot of it is because of social media. And the best way to reach me, the only way I tell people to reach me, because there's a lot of imposters out there trying to pretend to be me, trying to trick people, is Instagram at SteveRam3. Join me on Instagram at SteveRam3. That is the best way to get a hold of me personally. I also share some, little family things or whatever. Today, we got hit with the Arctic blast, the polar vortex today in Houston. Me and the family this morning were out there having fun. You can see videos like that and stuff there as well. But I appreciate that. Let me go ahead, though, and get you caught up on what is going on here with this announcement of the Stargate AI infrastructure with colossal data centers that are going to be based in Texas in the United States. We're hearing this is going to be changing the world. This just announced a little while ago. Let's go ahead and take a look at this video footage so you can see it for yourself.
So my first day back from having a nice life, it's my honor to welcome three of the world's leading technology CEOs. And in the case of Larry Ellison, it's well beyond technology. He's sort of CEO of everything. He's an amazing man, an amazing business person. But to announce the largest AI infrastructure project by far in history, and it's all taking place right here in America. As you know, there's great competition for AI and other things, and they're coming in at the highest level. We're joined by Oracle Executive Chairman Larry Ellison, SoftBank CEO, my friend Masa Yoshi-san, and CEO of OpenAI, and I would say by far the leading expert based on everything I read, Sam Altman. So that's great that you're coming in together. That's a massive group of talent and money. Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure in the United States, and very, very quickly, moving very rapidly, creating over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately. This monumental undertaking is a resounding declaration of confidence in America's potential under a new president. Let me be a new president. I didn't say it, they did. So I appreciate that, fellas. But it'll ensure the future of technology. What we want to do is we want to keep it in this country. China is a competitor and others are competitors. We want it to be in this country, and we're making it available. I'm going to help a lot through emergency declarations, because we have an emergency. We have to get this stuff built. So they have to produce a lot of electricity, and we'll make it possible for them to get that production done very easily at their own plants if they want, where they'll build at the plant, the AI plant, they'll build energy generation, and that will be incredible. But it's technology and artificial intelligence, all made in the USA. Beginning immediately, Stargate will be building the physical and virtual infrastructure to power the next generation of advancements in AI, and this will include the construction of colossal data centers, very, very massive structures. I was in the real estate business. These buildings, these are big, beautiful buildings. Are going to employ a lot of people. And physical campuses and locations currently being scouted nationwide. They're making their choices of locations. I think they have their choice.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the
There you have it, you guys. So that coming out from NBC News, that was the video footage of him not too long ago, as we were hearing that he is now going to be ushering in this AI Stargate. And they said that the capabilities of this are incredible. They believe they're going to be able to do cancer cures, but not just curing cancer, but curing your specific cancer made specifically for you in 48 hours. All sorts of things. It was absolutely incredible, this announcement. Now, you actually saw the timestamp on it. That was about an hour ago. But I believe that the announcement is still going on. I think they're still taking questions at this time. But let's go ahead and take a look at this article so that way you can see it for yourself here. And let me know your thoughts on this. Is this a good thing, the AI, or is it not so good? I saw some people saying that they don't like this. They don't like the AI that's coming in. They're resistant to this new thing. But what we're hearing is this could be huge. This is going to be ushering in new jobs, advancing humanity and mankind at a speed at which we've never seen before. If you think it's good, put yes. If you think no, put no. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And also, don't forget to take a quick second, hit that like button for me if you appreciate the breaking news updates, as we've just heard the announcement in the past hour of Stargate coming in. Stargate, they're saying, is going to be able to, like I said, it's going to be huge for humanity. We're going to be able to heal people's cancer, do all these things, be able to have all this information and technology at a moment's notice. They're pouring in $500 billion into the Stargate AI, which is going to be Texas, U.S. based. Wow, I'm seeing half and half. I'm seeing some yeses and some nos. A lot of people saying they don't like the sound of this. But let's go ahead and take a look at this so that way you can see it for yourself. Trump to announce up to $500 billion in private sector AI infrastructure investment. Now, this article says that President Trump is set to announce billions of dollars in private sector investment to build artificial intelligence infrastructure in the United States. CBS News has learned OpenAI, SoftBank, and Oracle are planning to joint venture called Stargate, according to multiple people familiar with the deal. SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son is expected at the White House Tuesday afternoon, and we just saw that unfold along with Sam Altman of OpenAI and Larry Ellison of Oracle. Executives from the companies are expected to say that they plan to commit $100 billion initially and pour up to $500 billion into Stargate over the next 4 years. Other details of the new partnership were not immediately available. Spokespeople for SoftBank and OpenAI declined to comment. Stargate will start with a data center project in Texas, sources have said, and eventually expand to other states. Other investors are expected to join the venture, but it was not immediately clear which ones. So there you have it, you guys. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some more information over here. Donald Trump to announce up to $500 billion for Stargate AI project. The initial investment of $100 billion for an advanced data center is set to climb as the world's biggest tech investors, including Sam Altman and Larry Ellison, get involved. Someone worse, thank you for the $2 super chat, says AI is used every day. Used correctly, it is amazing. Yes, it is incredible, the advancements, the abilities, the capabilities of AI right now. And what's wild is that this is just the beginning. I think it was just released like a couple years, 2-3 years ago, that we saw AI released of the ChatGPT bot. And now, today, the advancement in it is incredible, what is capable. And we've also heard that the robots, they are coming as well. I think Elon Musk, I can't remember, not too long ago, he said it is here. Now is the time. AI mixed with the robotics. There's going to be so much stuff, they said, that's going to advance so fast in this arena of artificial intelligence and robots. Pretty soon it's going to be like the Jetsons, where we have our own robots that are going to be able to clean the house, but they're going to be like humanoids and all of these things. They're going to be very intelligent. They're going to have memories. I think they call it memory tokens. So every time they interact with you, they're storing a log, a history, a memory token of their interactions and how to deal with you and how to work with things. That's kind of like what ChatGPT does. Every single time it has a conversation, it's logging it. Memory tokens are taking up space, reminding it of how to interact with you, what you like, what you're looking for, what your interests are. So AI and ChatGPT, robotics, it's all coming here. It's going to be integrated. They're saying it is the future. I'm ready to take Trump's cure in my right hand, says Bible Fight Club TV. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Thank you for that. I appreciate that a ton. Now, this article says President Trump is set to announce plans for investment worth hundreds of billions of dollars in America's artificial intelligence infrastructure. The funding, which could climb to $500 billion, will be a part of a joint venture by some of the world's biggest technology investors, including OpenAI and Oracle. Sam Altman, OpenAI's chief executive, and Larry Ellison, the chairman of Oracle, were due at the White House on Tuesday evening for an announcement by President Trump on his first full day back in office. The new venture, to be called Stargate, will initially receive $100 billion to build an AI data center. SoftBank, a Japanese investment firm, is also expected to be part of a Texas-based project. SoftBank pledged to invest $100 billion in the U.S. after Trump's election victory in November. It is not clear if the capital committed to Stargate on Tuesday was a part of those plans. Masayoshi Son, SoftBank's chief executive, said the investment would create 100,000 tech jobs through spending on AI, data centers, and semiconductors. Now, Son was speaking at Mar-a-Lago and was pressed by Trump to increase his commitment to $200 billion, which Son said he would consider. I would really like to celebrate the great victory of President Trump, and my confidence level in the economy of the United States has tremendously increased with his victory, he said. Oracle's shares jumped by 6% on Tuesday when CBS News first reported details on the Stargate deal. OpenAI's shares are not publicly traded. Now, both Ellison and Altman were in the U.S. Capitol's rotunda for Trump's presidential inauguration. Rapid adoption of generative artificial intelligence technologies has led to rocketing demand for AI data centers capable of handling more advanced tasks. The announcement came in a whirlwind first 24 hours for the new Trump presidency, in which he signed scores of executive orders ranging from the declaration of a national emergency on the southern U.S. border to withdrawing from the Paris Climate Agreement. Trump also pardoned more than 1,500 people jailed in offenses committed during the Capitol riots on January 6 of 2021. Earlier on Tuesday, the attorneys general from 18 U.S. states sued to block Trump's attempt to end the decades-old immigration policy known as birthright citizenship, which guarantees that U.S.-born children become American citizens regardless of their parents' status. So there you have it, you guys. And again, if you missed any of the executive orders, I gave the play-by-plays this morning. I'll link it in the comments right after this. I'll pin a comment for you guys so that way you can check it out, as I covered all of these executive orders that took place. Some of the highlights of these, as we heard, he did over 200 executive orders in his first 24 hours in office, just pushing, getting things done. We heard he reversed about 80 executive orders by Donald Trump, announced 2 states of emergency, one at the border, one for energy, all sorts of things. And then now today we're hearing that he is announcing Stargate AI project, which they're saying is going to be world-changing. And take a look. One of the people that are going to be involved in this is going to be Sam Altman. And also, thank you for the super chat. Melise Gaming, $5 super chat. Think about what happens when you don't want in power, get control, when you don't want. Think about what happens when people you don't want in power get control of these institutions. This is extremely short-sighted, says Melise Gaming. Well, Melise, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate that a ton, and great point. We definitely need to make sure that we are thinking long-term about these advancements, these technologies that are going to be able to help out, as they mentioned, mankind. BS Homestead, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. If you use correctly with medical staff like RNs and doctors, AI will help the medical errors that have ended the lives thousands yearly. Thank you for the update. You are very welcome. Yes, that's one of the things they mentioned in that meeting, was the capabilities of how they're going to be able to help out so many people in the medical industry. They're saying this is going to be huge. Now, take a look at this. ChatGPT maker OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. My kid is never going to grow up being smarter than, and you guessed it, he said AI. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman envisions a future where AI surpasses human intelligence, emphasizing that human skills will still hold value in different ways. He highlights the importance of humans collaborating with AI, which has proven more efficient. OpenAI is advancing with new features like ChatGPT, tasks, and more. Now it says OpenAI CEO Sam Altman predicts that his expected child, like all future generations, they will grow up in a world where artificial intelligence outsmarts humans, and that's perfectly fine, he says. My kid is never going to be growing up to be smarter than AI, Altman said during a recent appearance on the Rethink podcast with Adam Grant, and that'll be natural. And of course, it's smarter than us. Of course, it can do things that we can't. But also, who really cares, he said. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you care? I saw a lot of people say no, that they were opposed to these AI advancements that Donald Trump is announcing today in just about the past hour, that the U.S. is going to be heading up. It's going to be led by the state of Texas, the United States. They are going to be pushing to advance in AI, and they're saying they need to do this to stay competitive with other nations that are pushing for AI as well, like China. Here's another article. Trump announces Stargate, Texas-based investment combined AI heavyweights. It says 3 major business leaders, SoftBank Group CEO Masayoshi Son, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, and Oracle Corporation Chairman Larry Ellison joined President Donald Trump on Tuesday afternoon at the White House to announce the creation of a new company called Stargate. Texas-based Stargate would invest up to $500 billion over the next 4 years in AI infrastructure. The initial investment is expected to be $100 billion and could reach 5 times that sum, according to the Associated Press. Son, a billionaire based in Japan, has already pledged in December to invest $100 billion in U.S. projects over the next 4 years. The head of SoftBank has previously committed to $50 billion in new investments before Trump's first term, which included a substantial stake in the troubled office-sharing company WeWork. Now, while Trump has highlighted such announcements to demonstrate that his presidency is boosting the economy, there were already high expectations for a significant expansion of data centers and power plants essential for AI development. AI has the potential to enhance productivity by automating tasks, but also poses the risk of job displacement if not implemented carefully, it says. And here you can see OpenAI announcing the Stargate project. Last October, financial company Blackstone projected that $1 trillion would be invested into U.S. data centers over 5 years, with an additional $1 trillion committed internationally. These investments estimates indicate that a significant portion of the new capital will be channeled through Stargate, as OpenAI, with the 2022 launch of its chatbot ChatGPT, has established itself as a sector leader. ChatGPT captivated the public with its ability to answer complex questions and perform basic business tasks. The U.S. is engaged in a competitive race with China to develop the increasingly business-adopted technology. So there you have it. We are hearing they are advancing. The regulatory outlook for AI remains somewhat uncertain. As on Monday, Trump overturned the 2023 order signed by President Joe Biden. Trump promised in his presidential campaign platform to repeal Joe Biden's dangerous executive order that hindered AI innovation and imposes radical left-wing ideas on the development of this technology. Trump supported Elon Musk, with a net worth exceeding $400 billion, was an early investor in OpenAI, but has since criticized its shift to for-profit status and has launched his own AI company, XAI. Additionally, Musk now oversees the Department of Government Efficiency, which Trump formally created on Monday to reduce government spending. In January, Trump announced a $20 billion investment by DAMAC Properties from the United Arab Emirates to construct data centers focused on AI development. So there you have it, you guys. We are hearing that AI, robotics, advanced technologies, it is on the way. Over $500 billion is going to be poured into this Stargate project over the course of the next 4 years. Now, in addition to that, Also, for those of you who are wondering what is going on today, Trump is moving at a breakneck pace, rapid speed. We're also hearing that Donald Trump says he's going to be purging over 1,000 Biden administration officials, telling them you are fired. And if you like the sound of that, don't forget, drop a 47 in the comments and hit that like button. Trump is saying he is getting people out. DEI is over. DEI hires are getting out. People that do not align with his agenda, that have been supporting the Biden administration, he is firing them. Now, I've also read that a lot of them are saying that they quit before he fires them. They're saying that they don't want to give him the pleasure of firing them. They are quitting before he can get to them. But this article says President Donald Trump said that he plans to purge over 1,000 Biden appointees from his administration. Newsweek has contacted the White House for comments via email. Now, why it matters, the decision is a part of the new president's overarching MAGA agenda to drain the swamp and destroy the deep state. So far, that has included creating the new Department of Government Efficiency, tasked with cutting the federal budget, as well as implementing a hiring freeze for all federal civilian employees, per executive orders signed by Trump on his first day in office. As a part of this agenda, numerous Biden-era officials and individuals perceived as unsupportive of Trump are expected to be removed and replaced with members of Trump's inner circle or loyal allies. This follows Trump's warning on the campaign trail about enemies from within. In addition, the president's plan includes unraveling much of Joe Biden's legacy, with Trump having already rescinded 78 executive orders issued during Biden's tenure. And there you can see him signing executive orders. Now, what to know? Trump made the pledge in a post on Truth Social just hours after he was sworn in as president. Our first day in the White House is not over yet. Mr. Presidential Personnel Office is active. My presidential personnel office is actively in the process of identifying and removing over 1,000 presidential appointees from the previous administration who are not aligned with our vision to make America great again, he wrote. His post went on to single out 4 officials who were appointed by Biden, but he added that more firings were going to be coming soon. Let this serve as official notice of dismissal for these 4 individuals, with many more coming soon. Jose Andres of the Presidential Council on Sports, Fitness and Nutrition, Mark Milley from the National Infrastructure Advisory Council, Brian Hook from the Wilson Center for Scholars, and Keisha Lance Bottoms from the President's Export Council. You're fired, Trump wrote. Thank you so much for the super chat. I see Bible Fight Club TV. Will the robots apply for unemployment too? Thank you for that $2 super chat. I appreciate that a ton. Milley, who served as a chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff from 2019 to 2023, was among those issued with a preemptive pardon before Biden left office on Monday. Trump has repeatedly spoken out against Milley since leaving office, accusing him of going behind his back to communicate with China during the final months of his first term, and once suggested that he deserved execution. Milley later called his former boss a wannabe dictator and a fascist to the core. Wow. No one has ever been as dangerous to this country as Donald Trump, Milley said, according to a 2024 book by journalist Bob Woodward. Hook was also a previous ally of Trump, serving as a special envoy for Iran during his first term. It's unclear exactly why Trump axed Hook. He had been appointed to the Wilson Center for Scholars by Trump and was reportedly leading the president's transition to the State Department. Newsweek had contacted Milley, Andreas, and Lance Bottoms for comments via email. Hook could not be reached for comments. So there you have it, you guys. Trump issuing out the "you're fireds" to thousands we're hearing on the way. He already did his first initial 4, as he's saying there are a lot of people that were assigned by the Biden administration that do not align with his vision. And in addition to that, we are hearing that the deportations, they are underway, that those that have entered illegally, that have committed crimes, the borders are now closed. The app that individuals use to seek asylum to get in is now down, and they are getting people out. And Trump is taking care of business here within the first 24 hours of being in office. And if you like the sound of that, do me a favor, hit that 47 for me in the comments. Hit the like button and drop a 47 for Donald Trump. But I'm going to play for you some video footage here from the border czar himself, so that way you can see it. This coming out just 4 hours ago, and they are saying they are getting people right now. They are getting them out. Let's go ahead and take a look at this video footage so that way you can see it for yourself.
President Trump signing a stack of executive orders yesterday, making good on a major campaign promise, tackling illegal immigration. Let's bring in the new border czar to the president, Tom Homan, also the former acting ICE director. So, Tom, we were expecting, based on your initial schedule, that today roundups of criminal illegal aliens and the process of deporting them would begin. That seems to have been put on hold for a little while. When can we expect that to happen? Where will it begin?
No, it started.
It has started.
ICE teams are out there as of today. We gave them the direction to prioritize public safety threats that we're looking for. So we've been working up the target list. There was some discussion about Chicago because the Pacific operational plan was released. So we had to look at and reevaluate, does this raise officer safety concerns? And it does. Mm-hmm. But we've addressed that, and teams are all effective today.
So critics were saying, okay, you're going to round up people's abuela, their grandmother, and ship them back to where they emigrated from. Who are the people that you're targeting, at least in this initial phase?
Right out of the gates, public safety threats. Those who are in the country illegally that's been convicted or arrested for a serious crime. But let me be clear. It's not only public safety threats that will be arrested, because in sanctuary cities, we're not allowed to get that public safety threat in the jail, mm-hmm. which means we got to go to the neighborhood and find him. And when we find him, he may be with others. And unlike the last administration, we're not going to tell ICE officers not to arrest an illegal alien. So if they find others, they'll be arrested. So sanctuary cities are going to get exactly what they don't want: more agents in the neighborhood and more collateral arrests.
Yeah. President Trump signed a number of executive orders, as we pointed out, on illegal immigration. Here's what he signed. He declared a national border emergency, ended birthright citizenship, ended catch and release, reinstated remain in Mexico, designated cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, deployed active troops to the southern border, and end the use of the CBP One app, which many people were using to schedule interviews to claim asylum here in the United States. I want to take a couple of those, but let's first of all go with this idea of ending birthright citizenship. It's enshrined in the 14th Amendment. How, with an executive order, can the president change that?
Well, first of all, President Trump's a game changer. Every one of the executive orders we worked on, and these are game changers. This is going to give us the most secure border in my lifetime. So great for him to do that. Birthright citizenship is a major driver of illegal immigration. Mm-hmm. I know I've done this for over 3 decades. One of the first things an illegal alien does when they get here is get birth to U.S. citizen child, because I think that makes him immune from our laws, right? So even if he goes to immigration court and loses his case, even though he's in the country illegally, he's convicted of a crime and gets to order removal, they think that the fact to have a U.S. citizen child would make him immune. We can't send that message to the whole world that you can enter our country illegally, which is a crime, you commit another crime, and you can even get removed by an immigration judge after expensive due process. But if you have a U.S. citizen child, you're off the hook. We can't send that message. We'll never fix the border.
Right, but the 14th Amendment does not differentiate between somebody who's in this country legally or illegally.
I'm not an attorney, but I don't think the 14th Amendment enshrines that at all. We have just as many legal scholars, constitutional scholars, say it doesn't really say that. So what President Trump is taking that action, we'll let Supreme Court decide that.
It's definitely going to go to the Supreme Court. I don't think there's any question of that. Designating the cartels in Mexico and elsewhere as foreign terrorist organizations. This is something that previous administrations have resisted doing because of the potential impact with the Mexican government. What tools does that give you that you don't have now to go after these cartels?
Well, first of all, I've been pushing for this for a long time because these terrorist the criminal cartels in Mexico have killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world combined, right? Record number of sex trafficking women and children, but the drugs, the fentanyl, has killed over 250,000 Americans. So they need to be terrorist organizations. But that puts a whole weight of the United States government on them. Not only are we just going to, deal with the operations of Mexico, but Jalisco cartels in 43 countries around the world. So we'll work with other world leaders to attack this cartel all over the world and bring them to their knees. That has to be done.
So we've got some more violence, this time on the northern border. Border Patrol agent David Malin was killed. The acting DHS Secretary, Benjamin Huffman, said this: a Border Patrol agent assigned to the U.S. Border Patrol's Swanton sector was fatally shot in the line of duty. This incident is being swiftly investigated, and DHS will release additional information as soon as it becomes available. We've been focused so much on the southern border, but we've also, here at Fox, talked about the northern border. But this is something the Biden administration basically ignored for 4 years.
Yeah, the crossings in the northern border, especially in that area where the officer was killed, The crossings are up 600% of special interest aliens. We got a lot of people from India, Pakistan, Turkey, people that can afford to go to Mexico and sneak across the northern border, which is much easier. For the agent, my heart breaks. My 3.5 decades, I buried Border Patrol agents, I buried ICE agents, and it's a sad day for all of us. And so, God bless his family, and we'll help them through that. But a terrible northern border is not going to be underlooked by the Trump administration. We realize they're understaffed. We realize that the numbers are up 600%. So we're going to address that along the southwest border.
Right, and we'll be talking with Paul Perez, the head of the National Border Patrol Council, about that as well. He was one of Halen was one of his members. So let me just come back to where we started. So roundups are happening today. Can you tell us where and how many people?
Not roundups.
Or deportations? Well, how would you characterize it?
Targeted enforcement operation. When we target the public safety threats, we know exactly who we're looking for. Pretty good idea where they're at. We even know sometimes who lives in household with them.
Okay, so give us the scope of what's happening today, and if you can tell us where it's happening.
It's happening all over the country. I can't tell you specific locations because of officer safety concerns, but ICE officers throughout the country were told today, go make arrests of those here illegally that have a public safety problem. Public safety threat. So they've developed target sheets, an operational plan that they go out in the field. The whole team goes, 5 or 6 guys go on a team for officer safety reads, cover the back door, cover the front door. So they're out there right now looking for the most serious public safety threats throughout the country. We're putting them back to work.
And how many of those serious public health, serious public safety threats do you think will be apprehended today?
I have no idea, but we have over 700,000 illegal aliens with criminal records walking the streets of this country. That's what we're looking for right now.
All right. Well, as soon as you can get us statistics, we'd appreciate it.
You got it.
Tom, thanks for dropping by. Really appreciate it.
There you have it, you guys. So they are going after the major threats right now. The serious threats are the ones that they're going to be taking down first, he said, because they said you're going to be going after people's abuelas, and he said no, serious threats are the primary first ones, but anybody that has entered in illegally, yes, they're going to be taken out. They need to get out. You need to go through the correct process, the right process to enter into the United States, to be here legally. It is a slap in the face to those that have gone through the process to be here, and they speak to a lot of immigrants, and it doesn't matter from where they've come, but they said that, yeah, those that are here legally, that want to do well, that want to change their lives, that want economic advancement, that are seeking asylum and doing all these things, that is an insult to them to allow these others to come in, and a lot of them coming in want to do harm to the United States. We are seeing that there are various gangs that have entered in that are committing all types of crimes. There are those that are actually on the FBI watch list that are entering in to perform sleeper cell attacks. There's an assortment of different things. They're saying that this is about the safety and security of the United States. So anybody that has not been vetted, has not come in through the right process and procedures, you have got to go. And he is saying that it has already started. They are getting them out right now. So that is taking place. You just heard from the border czar for Trump right now. That coming out 4 hours ago. They said, when is it going to start? He said, it already started. We are already on it. Trump wasting no time, and his team, they are taking action right away. And take a look at this article. In fact, this one is saying that they're saying get them wherever you need to. Use common sense as you apprehend these individuals. Trump says that ICE can arrest people at churches and at schools, directs the agency to use common sense. This coming out today. Federal immigration authorities, they will be permitted to arrest people and carry out enforcement actions in and near places such as churches and schools, marking a departure from the longstanding policy to avoid so-called sensitive areas. Acting Homeland Security Secretary Benjamin Huffman announced the end of 2 directives in a statement, giving agents more authority over whether they carry out enforcement and eliminating a legal pathway for migrants seeking to come to the United States. Now it says criminals will no longer be able to hide in America's schools and churches to avoid getting arrested. The Trump administration will not tie the hands of our brave law enforcement and instead trust them to use common sense, the statement reads. It's a key example of how enforcement is going to be different under a new Trump administration from the Biden administration. Immigration and Customs enforcements set a policy in 2011 preventing agents from making arrests in sensitive locations. The Biden administration put out similar guidance. Immigrant advocates have shared concerns over stripping that policy, arguing that doing so would stoke fears in immigrant communities and keep children from going to school or people from seeking care at hospitals. Now, the second directive includes the phase out of parole programs that allows certain migrants to temporarily live and work in the United States. Republicans have repeatedly said that the Biden administration abused the parole program by extending it to multiple nationalities. The statement doesn't clarify which programs will be phased out, but says the program will be returned to a case-by-case basis. The Biden-Harris administration abused the humanitarian parole program to indiscriminately allow 1.5 million migrants to enter our country. This was all stopped on day one of the Trump administration. This action will return the humanitarian parole program to its original purpose of looking at migrants on a case-by-case basis, the statement has said. So there you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. He is saying use common sense. Don't let them just go and hide in a church or hide in a school and avoid getting arrested, especially if they're committing crimes. There are bad people here committing terrible things, doing awful things. We need to go ahead and arrest them. Doesn't matter where they are. We don't care about sensitive area situations. Get them out. We need to make sure that we are protecting the people of America. We now are having, he is saying, America first policies, putting the safety and security of our nation in first place. And if you like the sound of that, don't forget, hit that like button, you guys. But as I mentioned, there is a lot going on. I see we got almost 2,000 people on with me. If you appreciate the live updates, hit that like button. Subscribe if this is your first time here. And just a quick recap for those of you coming in a little bit late. Trump has announced up to $500 billion in private sector AI infrastructure investments. This coming out in just a little bit over an hour ago. He made the official announcement to the world, essentially, saying that we are about to change mankind. This is going to benefit human existence. There are going to be so many advancements unlike ever before. In fact, one of the things they specified, and I looked this up, was they said they're going to be using AI technology to detect certain cancer particles in the blood, but they're going to be able to find these at rapid rates, be able to find specifically what type of cancer you're dealing with, and then be able to find the cure for it. They're also talking about the technologies, the intelligence, the abilities, robotics that's going to be coming. They said over the course of the next roughly 4 years, they're going to be pouring in $500 billion. Donald Trump to announce up to $500 billion for Stargate AI project. The initial investment of $100 billion for an advanced data center is set to climb as the world's biggest tech investors, including Sam Altman and Larry Ellison, are now getting involved. And there you can see Mr. Sun as well. And they're pouring in over $500 billion over the next couple of years. And here we have Sam Altman, and he said that his kids are going to live in a world where they will never be smarter than AI. The AI intelligence, he said, will surpass that of humankind. And they're talking about humanoids and robotics and AI all mixed together coming here very soon. They're saying this is the future, and this is going to be based in Texas in the United States. So Stargate, the U.S. AI based in Texas investment, is going to be coming. They're saying they're going to be ahead of the world on this. And also, as I mentioned, Donald Trump today said that he is purging over 1,000 Biden administration officials. There's going to be mass firings with those who do not align with his plans. And also, we just saw Trump said ICE can arrest people anywhere, churches, schools, anybody that has entered in illegally that is a threat to the U.S., they're getting deported. And we just heard from the border czar who said, they asked him, when are you getting started? And he said, we already did. We are taking care of business. We are not wasting time. So Trump and Trump's administration, they are busy. It has been a wild last 24 hours. And again, if you missed all of the executive orders, I covered some of the highlights for you in my video this morning. Check it out right after this. I'll link it down in the description below. But a lot unfolding. And like I said, I'll keep you up to speed here on the channel. But we're hearing there is going to be new technologies, the likes of which we have never seen before, that are going to start being unveiled here very soon, that they said could be changing mankind forever. It is going to be pretty wild. And I'll be here to keep you up to speed on this every step of the way, let you know the announcements, the technologies, what's going to be unfolding. As they're saying, AI, it is here to stay. And also robotics involved with AI. We're going to be having some humanoid robots with massive intelligence. They said, I think there was one they were saying it's going to be able to clean your house for you, kind of like the Jetsons. I forget the name of the Jetsons, the maid robot. They're going to have all sorts of stuff coming out here. It's going to be pretty incredible. And they said new jobs are going to be created from this, replacing old jobs that are not necessary, but there's going to be new jobs for AI technicians and all sorts of things. It's going to be advancements in medicine. And if done correctly and put in the right hands, this could be huge. But of course, there is the opposite of that. People wondering about like all the things that we see in the warnings in various movies about AI and the dark side of this. And what if it falls into the wrong hands? And what if the AI becomes self-aware and decides to make its own decisions and things like that? A lot of people concerned about this. And we've actually heard warnings from Elon Musk on this as well. But Elon Musk said that this is the future. It is going this direction. And he said he thinks the best thing right now is for him to be involved to try to make sure that it goes in the right direction. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But we're hearing the time is now. It is here. AI, artificial intelligence, basically all the knowledge of the world's internet and everything that's available being compiled into one. And we're going to be having that mixed with robotics. And it is going to be changing mankind, they said, unlike anything we have ever seen. So Trump making this announcement today, January the 21st, 2025. Stargate is going to be coming very soon. So that is the latest, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I will keep you up to speed here on the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to stay up to date. These articles are linked down in the description below. I cite all the sources, put it on the screen, read right from it, so that way you can see it for yourself and know that it is the latest. But that is it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care, you guys. God bless. This is Steve.